Hi guys, ArchieLuxury here on the ArchieLuxury channel. Today guys, is it worth the bucks? 18 months I've had this BMW 330i. Is it worth the bucks? Is it worth the bucks? Good question. Is it worth the bucks? And I got to tell you guys, there's a lot to love about the BMW 330i. This is an Australian version of the car. In Australia, most of our BMW 330i's are M Sport. We also had luxury line, but they ditched that. Most of them now, well, my understanding is all of them are actually M Sports now. So I've had this for 18 months. Is it worth the bucks? That's a good question. Is it worth the bucks? Well, I got to tell you something. It is a beautiful car. It's a luxury car. It's not cheap. This car here, when I obtained it, was $81,000. That was as a demonstrator. The full sticker was $91,000. And this one here has a few little extras on it, as well as a few little deletions. Well, what is it? Let's have a look at it firstly. So basically it's a 2021 BMW 330i M Sport. What do we got here? Well, we have got a few little options. Let's have a look at it. For starters, we have the Vision pack. Vision gives us laser lights. We've got the laser lights, sunroof, and I believe the metallic paint finish, Portimo Blue. What else have we got here on this car here? Well, we've got a few little inclusions. We've got blacked out wheels. That's right. The M Sport 19-inch alloys, blacked out. That's a couple $100. We also have chrome deletion, so we've got all black finishes. We've got a few no cost options. We've got the red brake calipers. We've got shadow line, whatever the hell that is. So that's the car itself. Inside the car, we also have a few little inclusions. What do we got here? Well, instead of the crisscross pattern, we got the oak finish. The smoked oak. We've also got in this car here, we have got the BMW drive recorder. We've got the what else do we have here? We have heated front seats. Now we do have a few little removals due to the chip shortage. What do we have here? Well, we don't have the lumbar for the passenger. The driver's got it. The passenger doesn't. The other thing that's missing from this 330i is the adaptive cruise control. So on cars with the adaptive cruise control, they've got a big thingy here. So, okay, there we go. So it's actually a fully kitted out BMW 330i M Sport. Full sticker was $91,000. Now that included a 5-year service pack, 80,000 kilometer 5-year servicing besides brake pads and wipers. So basically oil and filter, all the filters and fluids, etc. So that's the way it goes. Is it worth the bucks? The bucks. Is it worth the bucks? That's a really good question, because it's a lot of bucks. It's not cheap. It's as expensive. Is it worth it? Well, if you really love luxury cars and you like a nice dynamic driving experience, it's beautiful. It's amazing. This car itself has virtually 50-50 weight distribution. It's a rear-wheel drive for a dynamic driving experience. Rear-wheel drive is actually more fun than all-wheel drive. So it's really nice. It's a fantastic, probably one of the best driver's car. Now the question is it worth the bucks? The bucks. Is it worth the bucks? And it's a lot of bucks. Let me tell you how many bucks it is there. Well, for starters, to have a really nice sporty drive, we've got 19-inch wheels, and they're staggered. staggered wheels. So the ones at the back are bigger. Well, they're different to the ones at the front, staggered. And they're about $450 to $500 a tire. We've also got things, it's not a cheap car. Not a cheap car. It's also expensive. Let me tell you, how is it expensive? Well, it's expensive in the sense that this baby depreciates. That's correct, guys. It's it depreciates. European cars depreciate, and whether you have a Maserati, a BMW, or a Mercedes, depreciation is something to be aware of. So it has depreciation. So yes, that is something to be aware of. Is it worth the bucks? Well, it depends what life phase you're in. I'll tell you one thing for sure, it'll keep you poor. That's right, it will keep you poor. If you are sort of nickel and diming, used to Japanese reliability, Japanese durability, this thing here will keep you poor. It will keep you poor. It's not called the Bavarian money waster for no reason. These are expensive, and yeah, they are not cheap to run. So the Bavarian, is it worth the money? Only you can decide. What is the meaning of life? Is the meaning of life to have a nice fun, and you know, these things cost bucks, or is the meaning of life to a bit of balance? So if only you can make that decision. But it is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and I'd really like to get some comments. Put some comments down below. Put some comments down below and tell me, do you think it's worth the bucks? Is it worth the bucks? It's expensive. Is it worth the bucks? I'd love to hear from you about it. I'm Archie Luxury. This is a look at the BMW 330. Tell me if you think it's worth the bucks or it's not.